The Prime Minister has warned he will take back $3 billion in funding if a state Labor government refuses to build the East-West Tunnel. Tony Abbott says he won't negotiate with Labor about diverting the money into public transport.
Tony Abbott wants to be known as the infrastructure Prime Minister, one in love with the East-West Tunnel, the engineers behind it and their promise to free up Melbourne's traffic.
This is a city-changing, life-changing project. Hope they all feel invigorated to be thinking that that's what they're doing.
They'll be able to tell their grandchildren.
Yeah. But not if Labor wins the November state election and halts the project. The Prime Minister warning $3 billion of Commonwealth funding will be lost.
If contracts are torn up, that money goes back to Canberra.
And he's blatant about trying to make the $6.8 billion tunnel the key election issue facing Victorian voters.
If you want this project to become an absolute reality, there's only one way to go, and that's to keep coalition governments in Melbourne and in Canberra.
Labor's Daniel Andrews was in his childhood suburb of Glenroy, promising sound barriers on the M80 and sticking by his policy the East-West contract is not legally binding because it faces a court challenge.
Well, that's hardly surprising that Tony Abbott, who really is Dennis Napthine's campaign manager, down here looking after his best friend in Victoria.
Daniel Andrews says if he wins the state election, he'll try to negotiate with Tony Abbott to keep the $3 billion and use it on public transport projects such as the Melbourne Underground.
I will never work for Tony Abbott. I'll be happy to work with him.
Anti-tunnel protesters continue their campaign, visiting the Liberal Party and numerous government offices, promising to picket the project when the digging begins early next year. Brendan Donahue, 7 News.